Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gamers from around you coasts, welcome to week 3 of Roots of Ruin Under the Microscope. First week was just kind of the first takes, impressions. Second week, I don't even remember what the second week was, but I know how it ended. This week's focus was on the kind of the problem cards. Just because I'm of the opinion that recursion designs, the big fatal flaw is it's impossible to future-proof. Like what could possibly come in the future where these recursions could create just a game-breaking, a format-breaking synergies and recursions that will lead to to bans or just hard counter cards that ruin the entire archetype. And this week was kind of interesting. We had our standard format, which had the Everborns in there, and then the team banned a bunch of the really oppressive cards from Guardians. And what I observed was throughout the week, the decks evolved very fast to counter the Roots of Ruin, and it kind of created a deck counter deck situation, which is never kind of fun to be a part of, because it's just a Q lottery of like, hey, do I get the hard counter to my deck, or is there going to be an actual game going? Like the mirror matches with the Roots of Ruin are phenomenal. They're really good. But coming into like a hard counter is always kind of frustrating because you can't do anything. So that was kind of the week. So trying to find a card in that environment that could possibly be a problem card was pretty challenging. I don't have much to say because everything was kind of hard countered the entire time. Like the tools to beat the Roots of Ruin are out there. They exist. And but is it competitive in a broader pool of cards? I don't know. But that being said, there is one card that I think should be talked about, and that is the Broken Seal. So that is the engine to the entire Roots of Ruin set. It's if you have nothing but Everborn creatures in your deck, the Relic starts in your hand. It costs 0 mana to play, so it's a free play. You get the engine going right away, and then what happens is the Relic, when someone destroys the Relic, it comes back to your hand, only this time instead of 0 it costs 3, and it costs you 3 mana to play. And so that's where I've been talking about you can stall the engine, but you can't kill it. Well, in Gods Unchained there was been a deck archetype called Relic War, and that is where War brings relics, buff their relic, and then they can OTK you or kill you in 2 turns if not dealt with. And so those kind of cards exist. They're out there, and I was using them with the Broken Seal, with that Relic. And my worry is that because the engine of the Roots and Ruin, the Everborns, is a Relic, and that Relic can swing, that it I don't know, it makes me nervous about the future designs should the design team ever come back around and want to make Relic War meta again. We now have an Infinity Relic, and it's because the game doesn't have artifacts or enchantments or anything, because that would be where I think the engine would belong, is in that thing, but we don't have it, so they put it on a Relic. It's got 2 durability, so you can get 2 swings before it exhausts itself, comes back in your hand. It costs 3 mana to play. And then at a certain point, I just think if you play it even a little bit more, you would find enough of the disruption, hand cards, things like that, stalls, so that you get the stuff to go and you one-shot. And then, because I was running it into guild Deception, which I think is the best deck in the game right now. That, man, I had the opponent down to like 2 health a few times. Like, it's, it just feels like something is there. Like, I didn't have to run any relics. All I needed was the engine from Everborn's in there. And I could go almost kill my opponent in 1 turn. And fast, too. Like, I could get it 5 or 6. And then so in the future, if they were to speed that up, 2 more damage, it's game. No Relic War player needs another relic as long as this thing's out there. You just have to have one, just creatures with Everborns. And so how I built it is I put the 2, the God Blitz Everborn, and then the other Everborn that has Overkill Blitz on it. And then you can self-buff it, and then so there's only 2 ones, so the buff guarantees goes on to one of those 2 things, and then you can go. And then the so that's it. That's kind of, for me, that's what makes me. It's only week 3, but to me that is the kind of the number 1 thing on the front of my mind is, should this relic be allowed to swing? And I just, as of right now, I don't think it should. I want it should say on it, can't attack. You can still do things, you can still buff it, you can still use the strength of your thing to buff your creatures, you can do all that, but I don't think that thing should be able to swing. I think if that comes out, players should know that it's an Everborn Roots of Ruin deck, not some cheesy Relic War. Because what will happen, I know this community, is everybody will complain about it, then what will happen is the next design, you're going to have Obliterate Relic come out. I've seen it so many times. And then what that will do is absolutely nuke this this entire archetype, which I don't want to see happen. I think it's a freaking beautiful design. It's so much fun to pilot. I even find it really fun to play into. You're always keeping track of the cards in their hand, the sporophytes, what's in their thing. There's a lot. Lines are dynamic. The depth of oh man, it's just so good. I would hate to have to absolutely nuke the engine because it can swing. It should be treated like like an enchantment or an artifact from Magic the Gathering. So that's kind of where I'm at. I brought it up on stream, and it's really hard to sell players on it when they don't know what's coming out. They haven't been through that emotional roller coaster of being like, oh, this is so much fun, but then it's too powerful, or something cheesy comes out, and now we just need hard counters to it, Like, I was around, I like Lost in the Depths, and that was flagged as a problem card before the Genesis set was even released. And they did it, and they were like, oh, that's fine, we'll design around it. They didn't. And that has been a problem card forever. So yeah, that's on week 3. Should that relic be able to attack? A 0-cost turn 1 play where if it's destroyed, it comes back to your hand and you can play it again. And then buff it and swing. Should that be something that Roots of Ruin offers the players forever? Should this should it? Today my opinion is no. No. Relic War is always kind of a fun deck to see every once in a while, but when that deck was meta, like, oh man, it's potent. It's very potent. It's War's OTK deck, and then I would hate to see the Roots of Ruin get reduced to that. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Let Relic War. If Relic War is gonna come back, it should come back because of other relics, not because of an engine for a recursion design. Anyways, that's me. That's week 3 of Roots of Ruin under the microscope. Should the engine be a relic that can swing? It is a forever relic. Infinity. Anyways, think about it. Let me know what you think. And hey, if you feel like chasing the Wisp, come see me on Twitch. All right. Take care, guys. Keep slinging.